amazing kick. All right, cool. Week 50, baby. Everybody's amazing. All right.
Oh yeah.
Let's do it. Quick. 5-0. 5 times 10.
50?
5 times 10 is 50, right? No, 5 times 10 is
yeah.
500. No.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh, 5 times 10 is 50.
No, 5 times 10 is... Okay. Wait. Wow, I'm so crazy. Yeah, because you...
Oh my.
Okay.
Do you see what's going on around the attack
No!
here?
It's here! It's here! It's finally... It's week 50. Everybody gets to play. It's the Viper.
Holy, double Viper, Breach, and Astra in play. Okay. I'm really curious to see what's going to happen on Waverunner's side this match.
Yeah, I'm still learning about Astra, to be quite frank. I think she's amazing. She's one of my favorite characters of all time. But, yeah, as far as utilized and played, I've seen her used a lot fine and some other places as well, just given how amazing the stars are. But quite frankly, she can be useful anywhere, and I think she would be great here. That being said, though, I did notice the Sage, and that's my go-to. That Sage with the wall and mid denies so much and already gives you a lot to read on your opponent. If they're shooting mid, they're mid, baby. And if they aren't there, then they're probably going A or B, and you can just watch ramp, or you can just watch from backside of B. Either way, attack. It's not a very favored position in this map. So, Waverunners, hopefully they can win a few rounds against Lazarus, and we'll see what they can do here.
I feel like Waverunners are much more equipped, at least statistically in terms of the agents we see for this side. But the smoke's going to go down. It's going to give Tail at least one on the left side. Molly goes down instead. It's going to force Beckham to make a difficult choice to go back, but the Blast Pack's able to save their life a little bit more. But look at this. Everyone's on top of mid, and keep in mind, Lazarus don't have a Sage to wall it off.
No, that's true. That was my misread. I didn't realize Waverunner had all the good stuff. Speaking of which, they already got the good pick.
Holy, beautiful work. And look, this Luna comes in from the back. Might be able to try to find one on the flank. Spike's going to be on Raptors. They have to drop down. That means full on elevated control in the favor still again of the defensive side. Lazarus still able to find the opening pick yet again. Still body's gone. Down one. 45 seconds. Still haven't gotten that plant into the ground just yet. Really hard pressed to see what happens next here. But as we go forwards, we do see more bodies going across. Lazarus, one left alive, finds a trade, but it gets traded back.
Lot of denial of LOS here is what we're looking at with this composition. The wall from Viper and the one-way, the wall from Sage, and also the slow orbs to stop progression, and just the stars in general from the Astra. Now, it's just looking so good. And then usually you have Kip and Beckham on these wonderful duelists. I still consider the Reach duelist. I don't care what anybody else says. It's still very good, and they are working here with a lot of momentum, so maybe they did account for this attack. Either way, it's still looking great for them. Lazarus is actually going to be so respectful of this composition. Like you astutely said, they are so well equipped with this team that they're just going to go for the full eco here.
Ah, I love that shorty skin. Oh boy.
It's good. It's good. It's the best one. Do we agree? I mean, the only thing I can think of is like the Oni.
Okay. What's the name of that little creature on it, though? Oh, but speaking of creatures looming from the depths, it seems like one is going to be inside the Astra smoke. Doobie hiding both ways, having a lot of issues potentially on the side, but able to clap it up instead. That's a good point of escape. Sage wall in hand, doesn't matter up top. Kip with a really interesting character at the end there. I thought that was part of the weapon. Finding a double kill on the wall.
I wish I did. I wish I saw what the buddy was. I wasn't really sure.
No, the character in their name.
Oh, that is
I've never seen that before.
Vaporwave, or it looks like it
Vaporwave.
from a distance. Could be a character of some sort from some country, potentially.
It is, but I have no idea.
Oh, it is? It looks like, it looks like a squiggly line. It's maybe, most likely. I'm very ignorant to this stuff, but I'm not ignorant to buys. We got rivals here going in for Lazarus. Let's see if they can make anything. The denial of line of sight has been good.
Holy crap! Double blast pack. And another one. It's just a massacre on ramp. You know, they call it heaven for a reason, but people are quite literally going to heaven right now because of it. The Viper's still alive. And Double Viper, actually, no less, is still alive. This could be huge. Oaken pushed up all the way in the mid by themselves. Has the wall to maybe use the push up, but actually going to be the other Viper as well. W Nebula trying to find each other. Ghost is going to beat out the Phantom, it seems. Picking it up now, even 3v3, forcing out a huge rotate to B. Now's the perfect chance to go through A onto Vents.
Mind you, this is like a bonus round, so Waverunners, no matter what they do here, they win just because they take away guns from Lazarus in the spy, which makes it super awkward. I think the cherry or the pièce de résistance would be to take away Soar's operator, of course, but either way, looks like they are very adamant because they have the Viper wall set up for A. They want to take this and they want to try to deny as much LOS. They are getting ready to get the smokes here. Going Waverunners. Trying to make a stance.
Oh, that's a tough reposition for Soar. Keep in mind, round 3 and up. Interesting. Kip, though, last one alive. Might be able to try to find the Cypher, but no, the quick peek, the jiggle peek, in fact, is going to be much more devastating. Able to push up, though, gets taken down instead. From behind, though, it's going to be that Omen. Trying to find that same jiggle peek. Going to be retaliated, though. Pushing up on this breach. Trying to find the plant, but it's too little too late. Might try to find economic distance, but Luna with the 3K is going to clap it up.
Much needed round to win here, and I'm so glad they didn't lose the operator for Lazarus. Very big stuff here, but they will now go up against the buy round keg, so they're not out of the woods yet here for Lazarus. They did provide themselves with an opening, but they need to keep going through it in order to make sure that they don't let this defense get too out of, or this attack get too out of hand for them. Now, this is again a defense favored side, and even though they don't have the normal type of agents that usually complement this side, they still need to make it work in their advantage, and already that's not the best way to start.
No, look at that utility usage. Getting rid of the blast pack. Gravity wells can be used too, but I like how it's at least going to stall out the B main push a tiny bit. But Oaken just gives me heart palpitations, Bemmy. Look at this. He's pushing by themselves, take down the Cypher Cam, not going to push up because of it. And oh, they avoided instant death with that judge. Everyone else going towards B main though. One body already gone. It's going to be that same raise we talked about earlier going down. Waverunners having a prime opportunity to take it over, but the op is waiting on the other side. Oh, this could be dangerous. Waiting, slowly trying to approach. Could be a collat. Finding one. Gonna move out of the way right away, though. Maybe make it 2. Almost a collat again. 3 is the charm, maybe? No! It's actually gonna be traded back instead. Now the op down. 2v3. Defenders still have this chance. Spike is down as well. Blast needs to push up. Not able to find the shots. Running headshot against them. Last one's going to be Oaken again, repositioning themselves inside of heaven. Molly goes down, trying to deny one kind of push. The smoke could try to deny Luna. Still no op that they can use. Double smokes in play. Denying the sight. Oaken drops. This could be huge. He has no idea about the Omen pushing up. Instead, they have to go around pillars. Might try to find his... the other Viper, excuse me, right on this corner. But no, not detected. It's 2 for 2.
And they pick back up the operator, so they still got it in hand and still working with it. Finally, a little bit of wiggle room to work with, and they are forced to pretty much eco here if they want to keep their economy aligned here on the side of Waverunners. Still, though, making it expensive. There's not a lot that they can do here. If they lose a weapon, there's potentially the win bonus will help them out, but still makes the economy a little bit uncomfortable. A little bit of debate on the judge here, but not to be the case. They will just keep going. And again, if they just make it expensive here, like Lazarus had to do last couple of rounds, they should be okay. See what they can make of this eco round, keg.
Oh, what is going on here? It's an eco round at that. They can rush as much as they want. Losing it's not going to be the biggest deal in the world. Double kill coming out from Mikado. It's going to be retaliated by Oaken. Luana, though, at the top of ropes. They're going to actually rotate back and try to go towards B again, but Soar with that op is waiting at the very edge. Pushing up. They could overwhelm the forces. Still that collapse potential. Going to reposition, revealing themselves away. Spike is going to go down, but they still have that body. Only one has gone down on the side of the defense. Waverunners pushing up, able to find yet another more economic damage, but it's still not a round designed for them to win. Luna catches out the rotates, finds 2 on ropes.
Like that jump off a rope and headshot. That was a very action movie move. Very cute.
Yeah.
Either way, though, going into this, they do have a bye round going up against them, and will they keep the lead, or will the series be tied up once more for Waverunners? They had a lot of good moments where they managed to find a couple of picks. Now they need to make sure that they can keep up the momentum. They have a lot of ultimates ready and waiting. Specifically, Oaken I like a lot, because if they get into a post-plan situation, that is where is the final nail in the coffin. Oh no, that's a little bit of whiff, but hey, that's okay. Just only reveals your location, nothing else.
Oh, Astro Ball though, Bemmy. How's that gonna go down? Doesn't matter though when the showstopper's gonna be dividing the wall anyway. The house divided cannot stand. Revive comes under way. Kill feed's a mess all over. It's a war zone. This op can't be used because of the wall. Viper spit her pick going on by. This is a mess. Oh, but Soar. Bammy, this could be huge. The Molly denying this Soar. Gonna still try and maybe push. It could be an instant death for anyone trying to get on by. Showstopper finds 2. Oh! That's gonna even the outs a little bit more. Mikado trying to find one more. Triple kill, maybe make it 4. No, that's what alive. They have the spike down. They have to go for the defuse. Blast Pack's gonna miss. Oh, but could deny at least a little bit of audio cues. Trying to find a 4K from Mikado. Brings it back in spades.
I'm holding my breath. Just want to make sure they have enough time. They should, though. Oh, okay. Lazarus will keep the lead. That was super close. A lot of ultimates invested there for Waverunners, and not much in return. Meanwhile, Colbs did manage to get their pit online, and while Mikado did use the showstopper, it got the value that they need to keep going. So, loss bonuses is what they're going to be working with here. So, they'll invest here. Do what they can, Guardian, Sheriff, some Judges, all those nice things in between, and see what they can find. Probably maybe just try to rush on into Site. They are getting ready to stack over onto A, so we'll see if maybe this battle is just going to take off very quickly.
Oh, speaking of quick though, already on this haphazard buy, coming out from the attack, they're able to try to put in some work. A Guardian kill, the first one I've seen in a long time. But with this Viper wall, they have to push through, take so much health because of it. Phantom's able to find yet another 3K for Colbs. Oh, last one alive is the lone spike wielder. It's this Astra Blast going to relocate themselves. They have a judge. This is the wrong weapon for the site. Oh no, they can't push anywhere. They're stuck. They're cornered. They're in a rat trap. And no matter what they do, they might be able to try to find Colbs. They could get that Phantom, but if they reposition and don't look at the right moment at the right time, it's the op that misses? Huh. That should have been a surefire shot.
They didn't use that to rotate the sewers, but whatever.
Yeah, interesting. So many different members of the defense on Lazarus actually have very low health. They're going to keep on going. They didn't know.
Not sure if I was a big fan of committing it. I mean, it's an eco round, so do what you want.
It is.
But, I mean, even then, I feel like the value would have been more to rotate to B, but that's just me personally. I mean, taking guns out of the hands of your opponents is always a beneficial thing, so I won't look at it too harshly. Still, looking at this though, Lazarus is in a great position now, momentum-wise, and they are going to be try to be great. They're now making defense a defense favor. They're making the defense actually what it's supposed to be, a favored side for split. We'll keep going. Misses the early shot, but still, Chaos is still going.
What are you doing,
favor.
Sor?
Okay.
Huh?
They're alive. Oh, Kip. Still, I thought Kip was gonna die. That was me, but okay.
That's a big question mark in my book there. I think everyone's a little confused right now.
So it's like, okay, take 5, everybody. We'll meet you back later. I don't know what happened here. All right, they're just gonna walk away from an awkward situation and make their way towards A. Colb's going down is massive. Those LOS are gonna be denied, and ooh, Luna tries their best to make a little bit of chaos. Is still 3 for 3. Keg, will Waverunners get this round finally into their possessions, or will they just get taken out like Mikado was able to do with Kip?
Find out same bat time, same VCS channel. Let's see what happens next. I'm sorry, I had to.
I'm Dragon Ball Z!
Oh, but look at this though, a 2v2. The Omen's just barely alive. If they go down, it'll be insta 1v1. Blast lined up, ready to go. Bowling pins in hand. It's a strike. 4K for Blast.
Hey people, come on now. I'm anticipating my congratulations.
I love her voice line so much.
It was so low for me. I couldn't hear what she said.
She's waiting for her congratulations. Anyways, it's beautiful. I just
Fred?
love her confidence. Yeah, from Fred, obviously. Fred, anybody who gets praise from Fred is obviously way above anybody else's level. But speaking of above anybody else's level, Blast, again, beautiful place with the stars, smoking out the necessary positions to put themselves in a good position, holding an elbow, looking great here. There's at least a little bit of wiggle room to work with, and they can still potentially take the lead here. It's not out of the realm of possibility.
No, not just yet, but look at this. A complete rail line coming down all the way from the back of maps. Lazarus with 2 down from downtown, being able to find some
Taking
more.
them to town.
Holy, Lazarus, they really found their stride.
Certainly feeling good about themselves, for sure. Definitely with an economic advantage, this has allowed them to work great wonders. And also, may I say, the utility usage has been fantastic from them as well. Town with the one-way, allowing them to get also information and good crossfire setups here. That's always been a big thing for Lazarus, is that they have been great with their crossfire setups. Nothing to sneeze at. They certainly have had a good level of confidence in being able to trade and faith in their teammates, which has allowed them to exceed. And now there's another eco round. And unfortunately, with Waverunners winning that round and not being able to follow up and keep the stream going, their loss bonus has reset. So they have to give the half over to Lazarus.
Yeah, not a great showing with this ping pong economy. Hoping to see a little bit more. Oh, but Bemmy, this is rough. Look at this. They're trying to push up and they're completely stifled in mid.
Yeah, because what are you going to do? You got weapons that are literally pistols. You just try to take some weapons out. See what you can glean.
Oh.
Again, I mean, at this point, I think the win condition is plant the spike because you're not going to dent the economy. I think that's your win condition here. But unfortunately, the spike is now be heaven as Kip has just given them the spike.
You know, we did mention half a little bit more, and I think with the eco round, this is the perfect time to mention it. I think what we see from Waverunners on their attack, I think their setup is much more akin or much better for the defense. Cypher, I'm not sorry, not Cypher. They have
you said
Astra.
it earlier.
It's perfect for the defense.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
attack
3
not so
rounds
much.
On well, you know, it's a defense favored map, so even then, just the fact that they have 3 rounds is not bad. At least they got something to work with.
Oh, Sora keeps missing these op shots, though. It's making me get heart palpitations again. He's going to have me go into cardiac arrest and misses another one. Blast from above. Classic, though.
Oh!
A little bit more accurate.
Okay.
Take down 2 bodies. A little bit of economic damage. Nothing to really go home about.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Why is a hideout on the travel list?
What?
I look at the right side of the schedule. Why is that? There's a hideout. It's called Magano or Magma.
Maybe
Magamo?
Maybe that's the new map.
Ooh. Well, it
Like a
said
volcano
that
map.
the travel map or the travel to that location is that train was canceled. So unfortunately, a little bit under development. That's fine. Riot's working on a bunch of other things as well. Looking forward to that fighting game. Moving on though, spy round. Waverunners would love a 7-5 half, wouldn't they, Keg?
Absolutely. Unfortunately, we're not going to be going to Mario Kart's Rumble Volcano right now, but look at this. The spike is completely down. It's a default in play for the attackers, and we haven't really seen a default from Waverunners yet.
We've not. I think it's because they like A. I will say that. They do like A a lot.
Bold take, Demi.
And
Bold.
I don't think they have found much success with the defense because even if Lazarus doesn't have the ideal defense type of agents, they do have a lot of smokes with the ability of Town, Viper, and everybody else. But they are going to rush over onto B Heaven. They do have control of that. And they should be good to go as they sort of set up an ass pit on stairs.
Yeah, this is looking like a really good round for Waverunners. Lazarus, only one, down, holding it down the flank, it seems, as much as they can. Trying to find two, uses the tripwires, but finally goes down. Revive comes on the way, trying to make sure anything Town did just does not work out. Two stuck in alley. Plant's going to go underway. Paranoia misses. Kip trying to hold down the forward, looks away just at the wrong time. Sword, though, up in hand, a 1v2. It was looking so good. Oaken, though, is going to fall. 8-3 as he almost closed the half.
I know the Viper Pit only just came online, but I feel like partially that could have been a great opportunity to use it. But yeah, just unfortunately, just the pressure coming in from Lazarus looks so ideal, but you gotta clear out the site. It did feel a little tunnel vision with where they're trying to clear it and go for the plant. But yeah, again, you just gotta clear the site before you go for that plant. And fortunately, they just weren't ready for whoever was holding down the sites, and that was Town. They took them to Town, and now they're pretty much ready to go. 8-4 would be nice, though. Again, a few rounds on attack, you at least pat yourself on the back that you didn't go 12-0. So
very true. Always good to see. We haven't seen a 12-0 today. We came close the first map, but no 12-0 yet. Look at how busy Split is. There's a lot going on.
There are no people here, though.
No. Not anymore. What?
Not anymore.
Well,
you know
I'm
more?
sure there are people at one point. Well, to be fair, on Icebox, there are people on the map. You can find them sitting next to a teddy bear.
You mean the penguins?
No, yeah, the penguins, but no, they are real people wearing hazmat suits, just standing there on the map.
Oh, those are just penguins in hazmat suits.
You don't know that.
You want to find
I
it?
do. I knew Fred.
You liar. I'm
Okay,
so
well-
mad. I'm gripping my fists right now, but look at that. They're unleashing the wrath I want to put on you, baby. Look at the trades going
Whoa.
over out. Beckham's able to find one, but it's a 4v4. This is the first time in a while we have seen a double rifle round between both teams. Blast holding down inside A main. Could try to make it work, but Doobie from the back. Oh, gets hit by a bunch of knives in the air. So much schmutz all over this side. Look at that. The knives will work again. The Viper Pit's going to go all over. 1v1 now. Showstopper's gonna almost be denied, but comes out on top. Mikado gets another defuse.
Oh man, schmutz. Love that word. It's my favorite.
I've been waiting
yeah.
for so long to use that in a cast.
And Mikado was a little bit of a stunken, able to win that round with the blast with the Showstopper coming in here, able to clutch it out for their team. It got a 9-3 half. That is definitely where you want to be when you're moving on over into the attack side. Now, they have a lot of great agents for the attack, as you so astutely put out, Keg. They are in a good position to smoke, deny lines of sight in the post-plant situation. It's exactly where they want, but now they have to go up against a lot of defensive util, especially mid is going to be not denied. Lazarus, they got to decide what type of playstyle they need to go here with a lot of defensive utility. Do you have any thoughts as to where you feel on the spectrum of things they need to play defensively?
Oh, man. Defensively, I think we need to see Sage Wall going up in mid, of course. I think then the Viper, great on B, is going to chop everything in half. The Astra is really the big question mark, Demi. You have so much viability and so many different options with Astra on the defense that really we need to see how it coordinates with the rest of the team. And I think these next two rounds are going to give tell exactly how we can expect to see Astra. 2 stars already lined up inside of A. That's a really big tell about what we should expect.
Well, maybe. You can always recall the stars. But yeah, they are
That's
stacked
true.
up at A.
And they make smokes.
They do! Lots of smokes and lots of gravity wells. But already, nice disengage coming in from Waverunners, but Kip still goes down no matter what. Lazarus clears out the site very effectively.
Oh my. So the Astra play didn't quite work. It didn't stall anything just yet. Defense though on the pistol. It's gonna be a little nasty. Decay hitting this town super hard. Gonna have to push back, but look at this, a full meltdown underway on screens. You never see a gunfight here. Only one left alive to be back up trying to hold on, but it's not gonna last much longer.
NT. Double digits for Lazarus. A much needed round to, well, not much needed because they were doing really well, but a a round to close it out that would be needed. So otherwise, very well done. Every round is needed technically. Either way, he's going in economically with even a rifle in hand, looking very strong for them. And now, Waverunners, they think they're feeling a little bit of the pressure because they are forcing this.
I gotta
Okay.
say, Bemi, it's been a long
Yes.
time since I've casted Lazarus, and this is night and day from their performances way back. Night and day.
I mean, it was an old roster. They were one of the first organizations to get into Valorant during the beta era.
Wow. I didn't know that part.
Yes.
Sheesh. Oh, but that's not sheesh for them. Luna's able to find the opening pick. This breach not having a great time with the defense, though. Trying to aggress a little too much here. But the Sheriff's no match for these bought-up Spectres in hand. Great great buy-up round. But this Judge was a bit of a buy-up for Beckham, though. Holding down screens like an absolute titan.
Zoe?
Flies up into the Spectre, but doesn't find the pre-fires instead. Town still holding that same position. There is a pinch from... well, not very many other places. Get to see what Oaken can do here. Has to push through the cyber cage. Last one alive now. I think the best bet may have to be to just save that Spectre. Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you forced. Again, not a big fan of this because this literally means that they are planning to force every round up until this point, which basically means that you are putting yourself in a corner. And I'm not a big fan of this. They're actually going to try to take some weapons out instead of trying to save the Spectre. And they aren't even going to hold on to that. They are just going to try to work with as much of the loss bonus as you can. I'm not a big fan of this. It's going to just basically make this almost a one-sided affair, I feel like. Waverunners, I hope they know what they're doing. It is a defense favored map. You could probably get away with the force, but how much of a force do you want to try to get away with? Once again, go on.
No, we're talking about Waverunners, right? They won top 8 in VSS not too long ago, and they have all the pieces together for in terms of agents, but they're not able to put all of it together.
Yeah, it's just the execution from Lazarus, and the ability to trade has been so strong. Just a lot of commitment that's been so good for them.
Oh, but Sora's gonna miss the updraft, I think. I'm not really sure what the plan was other than maybe missing it there. Cole's holding up for a flank. Oh, this is so good. Look at this potential flank, not watching at the right corner. It's the whole entire army coming on down. That is not something you want to see. That's straight out of Indiana Jones. 3 left alive now for the defense, trying to make sure whatever they can not to make this match point. That's going to be so rough, but the bodies keep on falling. Collectively, they have no health.
Collectively having no health means they are dead. That is what it means. And there we go. Match point for Lazarus. Waverunners. Alright. You have your loss bonus. Sure. You have rifles to work with. What are you going to do? You have to make something work here. You have a showstopper, which is nice. That could be the ace up your sleeve when you go up against this. Technically, they are still bonusing here, Waverunners. They don't have full
I don't
rifles,
blame them.
So, yeah, I mean, sure. They have the rounds to afford that. So we'll see if they can trade with Spectres or what their plan is. I think, honestly, they're just going to commit to a site, rush through, do what they can, smoke out everything, deny line of sights, and we'll have here probably a 13-3 potentially from Lazarus.
Oh, but let's see what Oaken can do here. Playing the most dangerous game now. Gravity Well is actually going to go under, able to take advantage of it. That's the first time I've seen that in a while. But no, the Showstopper somehow missing the last 2 inside of B main. I'm confusion. A flawless comeback from the favor of Waverunners. They might not be out of the game yet, Bemi.
Okay. Well, it was a bonus. So we'll see what they do here. They have, again, once more, the ability to buy. They had 3 wins in a row, so their money are good. And now they are pretty much ready to kind of take this down. The showstopper actually gone now is pretty big. Of course, they have backs against the wall, but this means that that's going to be one less thing up their sleeve. And now also, Cobes, bring out the Viper Pit. So they are in the most ideal post-plan situation they can. If they can find a good execution that allows them onto the site to plan, That Viper Pit's gonna go down, and that probably will be it.
I did
Not
like
trying
that
to call
sage
it early,
wall.
but still.
No, I mean, look, you have a lot of analysis behind it, and it's definitely not a wrong perception, right? That sage wall was very aggressive and it did its job for a little while. No one's in B main just yet. There is going to be that breach right on the other side, but Soar's not going to take the fight. In fact, they might go for a full-on rotate through their own spawn again and go back to A. There's 2 Viper walls there. It's like serrated.
It's like a sandwich.
Like a good cut of beef.
It's like a brisket?
Pork chop. Like a brisket, yeah. Like a brisket.
I'm gonna go for a brisket sandwich.
I'm so hungry. But look at Oaken, though. Using part of the brisket. They're in the ooey gooey part of the fat, though. It's going to go down, however. They have the lineup right here with the Phantom. Not going to hit it in time. Luna's able to find it instead. It's going to be one part of the brisket completely gone. Chaos ensues. One Viper wall still open. Beckham holding down the top of heaven as long as they can. Finding another one. A whiffing shot. Able to connect. But Soar having a power position has to relegate themselves away. They can't push up anymore. They have to go back. They're hiding in a corner. Very rarely do people check this. Now, they might be able to find one landing down below in hell. Again, this... Oh my god. Not able to be checked whatsoever. Chaos completely everywhere. The kill feed running down. So many names. One left alive. Hiding inside that Viper pit. Last one alive. It's going to be Kip. No, it's going to go down. Able to find one. Maybe make it 2. Can they bring this back? No! The Viper cleans it up. And that's going to be Lazarus keeping on going.
What in the very early beginning felt like it was a potential close match between both sides ended in so dominant fashion. We thought that the agent selected by Waverunners was just going to give such a trouble to Lazarus, but no, the confidence and ability of their team executions came through into fruition and allowed them to succeed well beyond our imagination into this match, and they certainly took Waverunners to town.
Absolutely. And Town did a pretty good job playing as well. I'm curious to see who the match MVP was because I think there's a lot of contenders here. Oh, it's
no,
Mikado.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, Mikado, so good. I mean, the showstoppers, I think we saw, how many connect? 2, maybe 3?
A lot.
A lot of them.
I think there was a moment also where they got 2K near one of the rounds where they were able to find it within the Viper pit themselves. But yeah,
that's right.
I think Kolb was really, honestly, as much as they go off of KDA for MVP here, which is totally fine, the MVP really, statistically speaking, would be Kolb's. Just there was so many good use of the wall and denying line of sights, plus the one-ways coming in from mid just totally turned off Lazarus from the or Waverunners from the idea of ever trying to contest it to the point where they only focus on pushing on usually A and sometimes B.
Yeah, and I mean, going off of that too, right? I'm really trying to think of a nice way of putting this. I'm surprised that Waverunners lost it in the fashion that they did, like that by a huge scoreline. They had the Astra, they had the Breach, they had the Sage, they had the Raze, and they had the Viper to play with on Split. One of the most unorthodox maps in the entire game. You would think all those pieces put together, similar to Icebox, would be the perfect combination to honestly get the reverse scoreline, but we didn't see it happen.
Well, sometimes agents don't matter as long as your team is good, and that is what Lazarus has shown. So good job from the team in pink, as they will move on over to the playoffs most likely. And that's going to do it for us in groups for Week 50. We're about to get into the playoffs. We get your new fresh set of casters. Keg, you have been an absolutely wonderful co-host and also fantastic caster in general. I want everybody to give a lot of love in the chat, especially for the fact that we made it to Week 50, folks. Make sure to give BCS a lot of love. Drop and follows, betting your channel points, and all that wonderful stuff in as well. Make sure to buy some Red Bull, of course. But that is also going to do it for us here. Thanks to Yoshi for being a wonderful observer, and thanks to VCS for the opportunity to allow us to cast. We will see you in the playoffs. Not us, but still VCS as the royal we. Anyways, we'll